Or Scott Sullivan coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is July 12, 2015, and I got a treat for you. I was able to get an advanced copy of Think Big, Act Bigger from Jeffrey Hayzlett. And you know, sometimes there's a lot of business books out there that you kind of read and you're like, it was okay. Now, I got to tell you, this is an awesome book. I was able to read the whole thing on a plane. It's about 160 pages. And what I want to do is I want to go through just a list of chapters with you because it's just a little bit different. And so the first chapter, I mean, what to expect from Jeffrey, right? Tell bigger stories, tell bigger stories. And a lot of times people will shy away from telling the story that they want to because they seem like it's like, oh, it's kind of too over the top. You know, there's a point where a story can go too far and it's just crazy. And then there's a point where it's just right to fit in to get enough attention for people to pay attention and watch and listen. The second chapter is Say No One's Gonna Die. And this was pretty cool because he talked about, you know, and a lot of times in business, people say, well, did it go right or did it go wrong? Well, did anybody die? Did anybody die? No, they didn't. So, you know, everything's gonna work out okay. The next chapter was chapter 3, Be a Little Bit Irrational and Pig-Headed. And a lot of times people in business and sales will fold too quickly and just go, you know, all right, we'll make it happen. Yeah, maybe, kind of. But it's gonna take dedication on your part because it takes dedication on my part to do things to make sure that you're moving forward and being successful. The fourth one was Kill the Squirrel. Now, we all have those things that go on in our lives where they distract us. So I'm gonna give you an example from my life, and I hope this helps out. You know, I was in a meeting last week, and I was playing on my phone because I wasn't paying attention to the meeting, and I was in Tinder, you know, the dating app, and I came across this match, and I swiped right, and all of a sudden I got called out. They're like, Scott, are you playing on your phone? And I gotta admit, I was doing the wrong thing. I was playing on my phone, and so I put my phone down. This girl matched, and 2 hours later, I'm still stuck in this meeting. My phone's still upside down on the table. And she sends me this message. She says, hey, be a little bit more mature, introduce yourself, and then like deleted me, which I ended up losing out. So, you know, my ability at that point to not pay attention cost me to possibly have a date. So what's it costing you for business? I mean, are you not paying attention? I gotta admit, I did the wrong thing. I was playing on my phone in a meeting. I shouldn't have been. I lost out, okay? Next one was develop your own flow, and that's becoming unique and becoming yourself and doing what you gotta do to have like this ability to just talk to people and talk in front of them and be unique in dealing with them. Chapter 6 was Clean Your Own Bathroom, which was pretty cool because, you know, a lot of times people get too big for their britches, so to speak, and they don't really go out, they don't meet with the clients that they serve, they don't sit on the phones, they don't take orders. They're like, in the lack of a better term, the ivory towers, and people just, they lose touch. And there were some examples of some CEOs who made some mistakes, who said some pretty stupid things that cost them their jobs or weren't paying attention and cost them their jobs. Chapter 7 is Steamroll Enemies and Obstacles. You know, we all run into obstacles. I didn't want to get up this early in the morning on a Sunday, but then again, if I was out here on the strip a little bit later, everybody tries to jump into the camera and they want to have some fun, but I want to make sure to get a YouTube video done. Chapter 8 was Be in a Constant State of Awareness. Everything's changing. You know, everything changes every day with technology. You got to pay attention to what's going on. It'll help you out. Chapter 9 was interesting. Find a bigger pond. There's always somebody bigger. There's always a bigger client. There's always somebody bigger than you. And Jeffrey was talking about in this book how his company was doing 15 billion, and then he was talking to somebody from GE, and they're like, well, yeah, and he thought that was big. I mean, 15 billion is a pretty big number. And then he was talking to somebody from GE, and he says, hey, we need to increase our revenue by $17 billion. And Jeffrey was like, wow, okay. And then chapter 10 was reach out and touch somebody. So, you know, always have a good network to develop, and always talk to people, and always have something to move forward with. You know, a lot of times, Jeffrey talked about this, that when he went to work, he was up against a bunch of dudes and chicks that had MBAs, and he didn't have one, but he had a network of people. So for you, what's your network? Where are all these people coming from? Who can you be in contact with if you don't have those letters behind your name for someone to get a hold of you or to believe in what you say? I mean, you could definitely rely upon people that you've met on LinkedIn or met through social meetings where, you know, the networking meetings, but what is your network? So overall, I gotta say, Think Big, Act Bigger. It lives up to all the hype. It's an awesome book. You should pick it up. Just the 10 chapters alone. It's 160 pages. I was able to finish the book out pretty quick in an hour flight. I'm a pretty fast reader though. So for you, pick it up now. If you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Hey, and why not share it on LinkedIn, because that would be really cool. Scott Sullivan coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.